for this day, I will discuss the lesson 11 for the interest. So, interest, it refers to the charge or fee for using someone's money. When the borrowed amount is bigger, the higher the interest is. Likewise, when the borrowed money is to be paid in a longer time, the higher the interest. So, in other words, yung interest is yun yung pumapatong sa binabayaran natin. So, alam naman natin na yun kung ano yung interest sa Tagalog. Ayun yung patong or karagdagang bayad mula sa original na binayad natin. Okay, so we have these two types of interest. Simple interest and then si compound interest. Pero dito muna tayo kay simple interest. Simple interest, it is the charge on the amount invested or borrowed on which the interest charge is calculated only on the principal. So, ito yung keyword natin. Sa only on the principal. So, yung principal lang, sa principal lang siya pumapatong. Okay, so yung formula niya is I is equals to PRT. So, I stands for the interest, yun yung hinahanap natin. P is the principal or yung current amount. R is the interest rate. T is the length when the money earns interest or calculated siya in years. Okay, so dito, we can use the pyramid formula to get the different value by deriving the formula. Okay, so if ang hinahanap natin is the interest or itong I, ang kakailanganin lang natin is pag-multiply natin itong P or yung principal natin, P times the rate times the time. So, multiplication lang yan. P times I, R times T. So, ganun lang siya. Likewise, kapag ang hinahanap naman natin is yung principal, pagka yung principal naman yung hinahanap, is equal yan sa yung I na nasa taas. So, I. Then, since nasa ilalim siya, meaning yan is divided by. Divided by, then sino yung naiwan? R and T. So, R times T. So, ganun lang siya. Pagka yung principal naman yung hinahanap. Also, kapag ang hinahanap naman is si rate, yung rate naman yung hinahanap, so yung rate ang hinahanap, same pa rin siya. I divided by, ano yung naiwan? T times, ano yung naiwan din is T. So, ganun lang din siya. And lastly, kapag ang hinahanap naman is si time, so yung time naman yung hinahanap, that's T is equals to, ano yung nasa taas? I divided by, naiwan natin is si P, then si R. Kasi ganun lang siya. So, magbigay tayo ng examples para madali nyo maintindihan. Okay? So, example number 1. Find the interest paid on a loan, 70,000 pesos, for 1 year at a simple interest rate of 8%. The principal fee is 70,000 pesos. The interest rate R is 8% or in decimal value, that's 0.08. And the length of time T is 1 year. So, yun yung mga givens niya, di ba? Sabi yung principal P, which is ito. Then, yung rate natin na R, which is ito. And then, yung time natin na 1 year, na itong T, which is ito. Sabi 1 year. Tapos yung R natin na ito, 8%. Okay? So, let's try to solve this one. Given tayo. Given. Principal, 70,000 peso. Okay? The rate, that's 8% or 0.08. So, paano naging 0.08 yan from percent? So, 8%. Paano naging 0.08? You just need to move 2 decimal places. So, ito na lang. So, 2 decimal places. So, andito yung decimal point natin. Tama. Mag-whole number. So, you need to move 2 decimal places. So, that's 1, then 2. So, andito na yung decimal place natin. Then, magdagdag na lang tayo ng 0 dyan. Kaya siya naging 0.08. Okay? So, this is equals to 0.08. Next, ano yung time natin na binigay? T is 1. Just 1 year. Okay, so kompleto na tayo. Meron na tayong principal, meron na tayong rate, and then also meron na rin tayong time. We just need for the solution is yung formula natin na I is equals to P R T. Okay? So, ang principal ulit natin, that's 70,000 peso multiplied to yung rate natin na 0.08 times sa time na 1 year. Time na 1 year. Okay, so upon computing that, ang lalabas dapat is, so 70,000 times 0.08 times 1. So that's 5,600 pesos. So like, don't forget the peso sign. So this is 5,600. So ito yung interest na nakuha daw niya. For 1 year, with an interest rate of 8%, ito yung tutubo sa kanya mula sa 70,000 niya. So mula sa 70,000, may tubo siyang 5,000. Hindi naman tubo. Para may pumatong na 5,600. Okay? Next example tayo. Number 2. Mr. Cruz deposits 12,000 in a savings account that earns 5% simple interest per year. How much interest will he earn after 3 years? Also, what is the total amount in the account after 3 years? So, ganun pa rin. So, natin yung mga given. Given natin. So, yung principal. Kano daw yung principal? That's 12,000 pesos. Okay, the rate. Sabi is 5%. So, 5% or equivalent to 0.05. Okay? Then yung time natin, sinabing time is 3 years. Okay? So for the solution, so I is equals to the PRT. So ang principal natin, that's 12,000 times sa rate na 0.05 times sa time natin na 3 years. Okay? Then let's solve ulit natin to. So 12,000 times 0.05 times 3. So this is 1,800 pesos. So ito yung interest na nakuha niya from 12,000, then after 3 years, naging 1,800 pesos na siya. Given na 5% yung interest rate na dumaragdag sa kanya. So, ganun lang. As long as kabisado mo itong formula na to, kayang-kaya mo makuha yung other formula. So, bigyan ko kayo example dyan. Halimbawa dito sa number 3. Mr. Cruz borrowed 25,000 from a lender at simple interest to be paid in 3 years. If the interest paid for the loan is 7,200, what is the rate of interest? So, hinahanap na is yung rate ng interest. Okay, so given muna tayo. Given. Principal, given pa rin naman si principal, that's 25,000. So, that's 25,000. Okay? Then, given na yung interest dito. Sige, mamaya muna yan. Ito muna tayo sa 3 years. Itong 3 years na yan. So, yung time natin, that's 3 years. Okay? And then, binigay na yung interest paid. So, yung interest daw, that's 7,200. So, yung I natin is 7,200. Okay? So, ang hinahanap is si R. Nawawala yun na yung rate natin dito. So, we need to solve for R. So, solution muna tayo. So, di ba nga kanina sabi ko, using the pyramid, pagka ang hinahanap natin is si R, so this is equals to the interest divided by the product of principal and the time. Okay, so gamitin natin yung formula na yon para makuha natin si number 3. So, yung formula is rate is equals to, oh, by the way. Okay, so yung formula niya is rate is equals to the interest divided by the principal times time. Okay, so given na yung interest natin na 7,200 divided by yung principal natin na 25,000 times sa time natin na 3 years. So, input lang natin sa calco yan. So, 7,200 divided by 25,000 times 3. So, ang lalabas dapat sa calco nyo ay 12 over 1254, 0.096. So, 0.096. So, para gawin natin siyang percent, this is the R rate. So, para maging percent siya, mag-move lang tayo ng 2 decimal places naman. Kanan naman. So, pabalik. So, ito yung decimal place natin. Ito yung decimal place. Move tayo ng dalawa. 1, 2. So, magiging rate na natin dito. R will be, since nandito na yung decimal place natin, so ito yung magiging 9.6. Then, lagyan na lang natin ng percent. So, ito na yung ating sagot. Okay, so same as dito sa number 4 and number 4, but I will leave it as your exercise. So, leave as exercise. Okay, then next, for the maturity value or the future value, yung FV na tinatawag natin. So, we can call it as FB or MV, kung anong gusto nyo. Pwedeng MV, pwedeng FV, or F lang. Okay, so for the future value, equal lang yan sa principal plus yung interest na nakuha natin. Or, principal times sa 1 plus RT. So, let's try to derive this one. So, di ba sabi MV, principal, so yung MV is equals to the principal plus the interest. Okay? So, equal siya sa principal plus, ano yung I natin? Or yung formula ng interest is PRT. Okay? Then, pwede natin mag-factor out dito si letter P. Tama? Pwede natin i-factor out yung letter P dyan. So, pagka pinactor out natin siya, lalabas is P times, so P divided by P is 1. Then plus, PRT divided by P, may 1 na lang is RT. Okay? So, equal lang din siya dito sa original sa nakalagay dito. So, equal lang yan. So, it's either dyan, pwede yung gamitin. Okay, so let's do an example here. Example, when you borrow 10,000 from a bank at 7% a year based on simple interest to be paid in 2 years, what is the maturity value of the loan? Okay, so ang hinahanap is the maturity value. So, tinatanong itong maturity value natin. Okay, so let's try to solve this one. Sulam natin yung mga given. So, given. Principal, that's 10,000 peso. Okay. Yung rate natin na binigay, that's 7%. Oops. The rate is 7%. Or, kapag gagawin natin decimal, that's 0.07. Okay. Next, ano pang binigay? Time, which is 2 years. So, 2. So, given na yung principal, the rate, and then the time, pwede natin gawin yung sagot or solution. So, using the formula na ito yung gagamitin kong formula, makukuha natin is MV is equals to P, oops, P times P plus RT. Okay, so principal natin again, that 10,000 times 10,000. Ba't pala P ang ginamit ko rito? So, hindi pala P yan. 1 lang yan, 1. Times 1 plus, ano yung R natin? R natin is 0.007 times sa time na 2. Okay? Then, sub natin. This is, pagka-input lang natin siya sa calcu, ito yung magiging 10,000 times 1 plus 0.07 times 2. Okay, so ang lalabas is 11,400. Ang lalabas is 11,400 peso. So, ito yung kanyang maturity value. So, after 2 years, sabi, after 2 years with this interest na 0.07, ang makukuha niya is 11,400 pesos. So, ganun lang. Ganun lang para makuha natin si maturity value or yung future value niya. Next one is the other type of interest, which is si compound interest. Si compound interest, ang sabi, it is a charge on principal and on previously earned interest. So, in other words, nagkakaroon na nga ng interest yung principal mo, tapos magkakaroon pa ulit ng interest yung interest na nakuha mo doon. So, puwapatong siya. So, itong sabi, in other words, the compound interest payments, it gets longer over time. And this addition of interest to the principal is called compounding. So, pumapatong siya, nagpapatong-patong yan, palaki ng palaki. Okay. Next, when we say compounding, pag sinabi natin compounding, we need to take note the common compounding period. It is the span of time between when the interest was last compounded and when it will be compounded again. So, ito sinasabi lang kung tuwing kailan nagko-compound or tuwing kailan pumapatong yung interest or magkakaroon ng interest ulit. So, kung sa simple interest, isang beses lang magkakaroon ng interest for buong principal mo na yun. Pero dito sa compound interest, maraming beses yan pwedeng magkaroon ng interest. So, for example, dito, letter A, pag sinabing compounded semi-annually, ibig sabihin, 2 beses pumapatong yung interest mo sa isang taon per year. Then, pag sinabi namang quarterly, 4 na beses. Pag monthly, 12 times. Daily, 365 times. And then, pag annually, 1 time lang siya papatong. Okay, so let's do an example here. By the way, ito muna yung formula na kailangan natin tandaan. A is equals to P times 1 plus R over N, quantity raised to N times T. So, A is yung amount natin. A is the amount or yung kung magkano yung makukuha mo. P, same pa rin, siya yung principal. P is the principal. R is yung rate of interest. Yung N, ito lang nadagdag. N is the number of time compounding each year, which is, ito yung sinasabi ko. Nakadepende sa sasabihin sa problem. So, ito yung magiging N natin. It's either twice, 4, 12, 365, or 1 lang. Then yung T is the length of time in years. So, ganun pa rin. Years pa rin naman siya. Wala pa rin siyang pinagbago. Okay? Next. Let us show the difference between the simple interest from compound interest. So, ito yung given. An investment of 10,000, so ito yung principal natin, was made 4 years ago. So, itong 4 years ago na yan, yan yung time natin. That earns 2.5%. So, ito yung ating rate. Okay, so letter A, find the interest earned if the investment is compounded biannually. Pag sinabing biannually, equal lang yan sa semi-annual. So, okay, mali dito dyan. Pag sinabing biannual, same lang yan sa semi-annual. Okay? Then for the letter B naman, find the interest earned by the same investment if it was invested in simple interest rate. So sa letter A muna tayo. For the letter A, we'll use the compound interest formula, which is ito. Ayan siya. So, P natin, which is si 10,000, times sa 1, plus yung R natin na 0.025. So, paano naging 0.025 yan? So, di ba sabi nga natin given na R dito is 2.5%. Ito yun. So, di ba sabi ko, pagka gagawin natin siyang decimal place, so from 2.5, magmumove tayo ng dalawang decimal place. So, from here, magiging 1, 2. So, kaya siya nadagdagan dyan ng 0. So, ito yung magiging 0. Tapos, nandito na yung decimal place natin, 0 point, then 0.25. Ayan siya. So, kaya 0.025 yung given dyan. All over 2. So, bakit naging 2 yan? Saan nanggaling itong 2 na to? Saan nanggaling? Ayun yung n natin, di ba? So, sinabi na yung n na yan is the number of times kung ilang beses siya magko-compound. Pero, sabi sa given natin, nag-compound daw siya semi-annually. So, again, pag sinabing semi-annually, that's 2 period per year. So, kaya 2 yung ginamit natin doon. Okay, so kaya 2 yung ginamit niya. Then, quantity raised sa 2 times 4. So, 2, which is yung n natin. Then, t natin, which is si 4. Okay, then input nyo lang sa calculator to. So, unahin nyo munang isolve. If hindi kayang pagsabay-sabayin, unahin munang isolve itong fraction. And then, ito, pag-multiply nyo na itong exponent. Pag hindi kayang isolve. Then, ang magiging sagot dapat is A is equals to 11,044 peso, 0.86 cent. Okay? Next. So, next one is the simple interest formula. So, same pa rin. I is equals to PRT. So, input na natin mga values. Principal natin, 10,000. Yung rate natin na 0.025. And then yung time natin na 4 years. So, makukuha ang interest dyan is 1,000 pesos lang. So, dito, sa letter A, magkano yung interest na nakuha natin? So, para makuha yung interest dito, i-minus mo lang itong A sa principal niya. So, para makuha yung interest, palitan natin yung kulay. So, para makuha natin yung interest, so this is I is equals to yung A na nakuha natin minus sa principal natin. So, yung A natin is 11,044 pesos, 0.86 cents. Then, minus natin yan sa principal na 10,000. So, makuha dapat natin dito na interest is 1,044, oops, 1,044.86 pesos. So, kung mapapansin niyo, mas malaki yung interest ng compound compare dito sa simple interest lang. Kasi nga, itong 1,000 na to, mula sa simple interest, is magkakaroon pa ng interest sa compound interest. Hindi lang siya sa principal nagkakaroon ng interest. Okay? Then, for the maturity value of compound interest, same lang yan sa formula natin ng compound interest. Ayun lang din yun. Example, Mr. Del Rosario invested 100,000 pesos in a company that gives 10% annual interest compounded semi-annually. How much will she have after 5 years? Then, how much is the interest? So, may given tayo dito na 100,000 which is yung ating principal, yung 10% yung ating rate, compounded semi-annually, so ito yung ating N, then ito yung 5 years, so magkano daw yung 5 years, magkano daw pera niya after 5 years, so ito yung ating T or yung time. Okay, so kompleto tayo ng given. So given, principal muna natin is 100,000 pesos. The rate, 10%. or equivalent yan sa 0.1. That N, yung N natin is semi-annually. So, since sinabing semi-annually, that's 2. And then yung time natin is 5 years. So, yun yung sinabi. Next, for the solution natin, so this is A is equals to the, ano nga formula nun? P, that's P times 1 plus R over N, quantity raised sa N times T. Okay, so let's solve this one. Principal natin again, that's 100,000 times natin sa 1 plus yung R natin, that's 0.1 divided by yung N natin na 2. Then raise natin sa N ulit natin na 2, na 2 times yung T natin na 5 years. Okay, so input lang natin sa formula yan. Again, sa pagsasolve, kung hindi kaya ng calculator na ipagsabay-sabay, unahin nyo muna yung multiply ito, and then i-divide nyo ito. Okay, so input lang natin sa formula, that's 100,000 times natin sa 1 plus 0.1 divided by 2. Quantity raised sa 2 times 5, that is 10. So, ang lalabas sa sagot is, ang lalabas sa sagot is 100,000, no. 162,889.46 pesos. So, ito yung total amount na nakuha niya after 5 years. Okay? Okay, then next, ito, number 2. Maria put 20,000 in savings account paying 8% annual interest compounded monthly. At this rate, how much money will be account after 10 years? So, how much money will be in account after 10 years yan? So, ganun pa rin. Sulat na natin yung mga given natin. Given natin that principal is 20,000 pesos. Okay. Yung R natin or the rate of interest natin is 8% or equivalent yan sa 0.08. Okay? Then, since sinabi compounded monthly, so yung N natin, pag sinabi monthly, that's 12. And then yung time natin, which is sinabi 10 years. Okay, so for the solution, so that is A is equals to the P times 1 plus R over N multiplied to raised to N N times T. Okay, so ang principal natin, this is 20,000 times natin sa 1 plus ano yung R ulit natin, that's 0.08 divided by N natin is 12. Quantity raised sa 12 times yung time natin na 10. So, ano magiging sagot? Ang sagot dapat dito is 20,000 times 1 plus 0.08 divided by 12. Quantity raised sa 12 times 10 is 120. So, ang sagot dapat dito is 44,392.80. So, ito yung accumulated money niya sa loob ng 10 years. Okay, so itong number 3, number 4, and number 5, leave as exercise ko na lang yan para sa inyo. So, L-A-E, leave, leave as exercise. So, leave as exercise. Okay, next. So, next lesson natin will be the mortgage and amortization. So, dito ko muna tatapusin yung video for interest.